Oh no, there's no problems.
I hate this dungeon, actually. This is actually...
You and me both.
Yeah, this is actually the only dungeon that Adult Link can visit.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Well, I can visit Jabu Jabu with Adult Link.
Very funny thing happens if you beat this dungeon as Adult Link, which you need to skip this dungeon in order to do. You'll go out and view the cutscene after the dungeon as Adult Link, but because it's set to Child Link, there's no spiritual stone of fire, so Link is just holding his hands in the air, praising the sky.
Lord Helix!
And B, sometimes Adult Link's feet sink into the floor.
So what about that Goron hug moment? Does it use the Adult Link voice?
Yeah.
No, it uses the Child Link's voice, which is pretty cool. You should see your Adult Link run off and hear, "Ah!" from Young Link.
Do you ever
Pretty
kill one
manly.
of them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you gonna equip that shield, considering the obvious?
Yeah, by the way, when you said like, man, that reminds me of this comic I saw like in the Four Source thing. It's like, okay, we should all have like different names. You're gonna be like Azul, you're gonna be your Roho. It was like, what are you gonna be? I'm gonna be Biff Manley.
Biff Manley.
And then they just stare at each other and just throw them off the mode. It's like, we can't just keep calling you like Red, Blue, and Violet, so we should give each other different names. And it just happened to be like a different language version of the color of their names. And then Biff Manley, which is a pretty bad name, actually. I hate those statues.
So, fun fact, if you're Adult Link, you can actually climb up this ledge right here.
Yep.
So basically, this is the equivalent of playing this one stage is the equivalent of playing Majora's Mask with Adult Link.
You mean,
no, wait, I mean...
Fierce Deity.
Let me put it this way. Like, the Fierce Deity mask makes Link Adult Link. He looks about to be the same size, but then everything just seems to be way too small.
Right.
So, like, everything else is centered around having Adult Link there, but...
It makes me think that whenever you're Fierce Deity, that Fierce Deity is actually way taller than Adult Link. But no, it's actually the world and how it's designed.
Yeah, like this world, for instance, is designed with Majora's Mask like dimensions in mind, which is probably why Adult Link looks too big here. That's what I think.
Right, in Majora's Mask. Because, like, when you fight Odawa, the stage seems really big. But then when you play as Fierce Deity, you're, like, the same size as Odawa. And I don't know. Maybe I need to look up some pixel measurements to confirm.
Gee, pixel measurements. I would never be able to notice if one pixel was a huge difference or not.
It just feels like Fierce Deity is way bigger than Adult Link. Anyways, back to the dungeon. Oh, hey! That one monster had 3 hearts.
Now I can get back the 2 that died when I had those heart attacks.
I think Link just tears out his original heart and just stuffs a new one in.
We keep talking about that.
Yes. Because we all know that Hyrule has no residential doctors.
They have no life insurance.
Everybody.
Actually, that's not true. In Twilight Princess, there is a doctor.
What does he?
Who says that's Hyrule?
The game. It's the map of Hyrule. It's in Castletown, right in front of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, if you want to be more specific about a few random details, here's one. Let's see. The world has...
you missed!
The world has a horrible economy. Don't you know how broken it is with the fact that you can just cut grass and money just shows up out of nowhere?
Dude,
don't bring Mist into this.
I really wish you would have missed right into the
Actually,
lava.
that's funny enough that was actually brought up in Minish Cap.
What is?
Wait.
Why there are stuff under grass and in pots?
Yeah, because the pickery. Question: does the pickery blade look like the Master Sword?
The Corey blade?
I don't know.
If any of you guys remember the pickery blade before it became the Four Sword, it looks straight up like the Master Sword. Or at least the sword that Fee was in before it was turned into the Master Sword.
Yeah, canonically, isn't Skyward Sword supposed to be the first one?
Canonically, yes. Unless you count the CDI games.
Why?
Those don't count. Why would you?
I was kidding about that.
Excuse me, princess. This Master
No,
Sword is like the size of a dagger. Shoot laser beams out of it.
That's the cartoon. Excuse me, princess, is the cartoon.
So
yeah,
what?
I know that. I was just bringing it up.
Are they saying mode?
Probably.
Dude, it's so fun in Majora's Mask when you're Goron and you just, like, hit one between the arms and the tail and just take it for a ride. And just go like, oh, no. I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
I'm kind of glad that you don't need to bomb them, but why did they explode?
Because they are bombs.
The reason why Dodongos explode is because they consist of a diet mostly of bombs. I mean, think about it. There's nothing else in this cavern besides bats and the occasional lizard man, which probably wasn't stationed here until after Ganondorf. So what do they have to eat? The flowers, aka the bombs.
Do you ever recycle your flame Zaku sticks?
Yeah.
I mean, like, oftentimes I'll just light up a torch or two and then pull and then relight it before moving on to the next. Just to make sure it didn't burn out on me.
I don't really have that problem. The only reason I run out that I'm using up sticks is because I'm using them to fight certain bosses.
I mean, in hindsight, there's no way you'll ever run out of sticks. And if you do, there's usually another one nearby when you need it.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm back on Facebook. Hi, my name's Joe and I'm an alcoholic. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Lies Anonymous.
Do we have to talk about Facebook?
Liars Anonymous.
Do you ever do the hyperextended super slide?
The what?
The Hess. In order to do the Hess, you kind of have to jump slash into water at an angle, and then you get out of the water at a certain time. And basically, what happens is that you basically slide across Hyrule faster than if you were on a horse.
It doesn't have to be in water. You do it into a bomb.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bomb. Oh, come on. So, by the way, this guy's Sword and Shield kind of sucks in Soul Calibur. Just saying.
Yeah.
Today's the day you become a man, and I become a box. Or a boy.
Are you still reading Facebook posts?
Cyanide and happiness, yeah. I mean, I've seen this dungeon before. The kid dungeons...
You need to sit back and watch it anyway.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'll watch.
seriously.
You're just moving stairs down.
Okay. He could just talk about it while not watching.
I could.
Make up your own commentary and tell us what's going on, No Legs.
Well, I just saw that he blew up some stairs. Okay, something that gets me is that you hear the battle music for a second. Is that because of the Scatola up around the corner?
I
Or-
think so.
Okay.
Wait, what?
When you
There's
were
not-
when you climb up the stairs for a split second, you hear the battle music. Is it because of this guy right here?
Probably. I mean, he's the only enemy.
I haven't noticed, to be honest.
Never did
The
that.
only reason
There's also,
the
there's
only
also a
reason
gold
I
sculpture over there.
there's one over there.
Yeah, but you need to come back as an adult Link with the long shot.
Oh, this is usually where I lost my shield, and then I became a
Yep.
sad little Link.
Yep.
I would usually just never equip a shield ever again. No, I failed your shield. I will never get another ever
Why does
again.
my aiming suck so much?
Because you're using a fucking controller that can't even play music. By the way, if you're wondering why he avoided the center, for those of you who haven't played Ocarina of Time, only this Armo statue can you push. The rest of them come alive and attack you.
Yay.
Hooray! I usually ignore these keys right here. No, you don't.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, what's
I
with the
ignore that
random
one.
names? You could just call it a bat.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
it's called in
if
Zelda.
I'm gonna call Goma Gohama, I'm gonna at least get these guys' names right.
What about the ropes? I haven't seen any yet.
Because there are no ropes in this game. Oh, hey, Link, before you go on forward, be careful. There are some things that will fuck your shit up if you recklessly go forward.
Can I just kill her now?
She just warned you about those things. I'd say
Yeah.
that she earned some recognition.
I knew they weren't. I knew they were there. I just didn't care.
Why
Oh,
is
there's
there a
some-
heart hole down
I didn't know there was anything down there.
there? Alright, let's see how many tries it takes. It's either going to be 1 try or 15. That's just how Zelda rolls.
Oh, you
What
want
a
to see?
prediction.
Motherfucker.
That always happens. That always happens. The bomb just lands there on the ledge.
You asshole, you actually got it, too. And then you missed that. And then you missed.
You miss the easy, but get the hard.
There's one thing about this dungeon that I love, and I can't wait till we get to it. And it's Link getting hit by that thing. No. It's something way late in the dungeon. So are you gonna go out and get the hearts over there?
I don't think I bother, honestly.
Pretty much because that's a one-way ticket down.
No, I could get them without falling down. I just don't bother.
It's not that I couldn't get it falling down, it's just there's a possibility that I will fall down. And that's gonna be annoying.
How would you feel if you had to stand on like a tightrope for like 10 minutes worth of
And he-
gameplay just to reach a heart piece?
He dropped hearts anyway.
I'd feel like I was playing Twilight Princess. You almost jumped off that.
Yeah.
Better hurry.
I know.
I always took too long as a child and then got burned.
Yes, Link is on fire.
You know, I have
No,
I have a
this
question
Link
that
has
came
bombs.
to attention when I saw them close its eye. What were like 3 of your worst childhood injuries?
From this game, or injuries. There was one time when I was riding down a hill, because that's how the main street that I walked today, by the way, is, and I was riding on a scooter, and you want to know a fun fact about scooters? They stop, like dead stop. They don't even slow down. They stop if you hit grass, and I found that out the hard way.
So you so you just went up the
I
grass
went
and you
flying
stopped.
right off the scooter, right onto the sidewalk.
Nothing. I didn't get any really bad injuries.
How do you fall onto the sidewalk if you hit grass?
Because half of my body went onto the grass, half of it went onto the sidewalk.
Yeah, I can think of 3 right off the top of my head. One of them's kind of funny. One of them is very painful.
That rupee right there, I think, would be a shield had your other shield burned up.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah,
Most of the rupee, like 5 rupee chests will give you a shield if you don't already have one.
Just jump in the eye socket.
You're the apple in my eye. You're the apple in my eye, Link.
What I'm trying to do is explode and try to get crushed under his mouth. Because you can actually do that.
what happens if you do?
Then you hear Link
just
go, "Oh!"
I think you just go back to the beginning of the room.
Yeah. Anyways, one of the injuries I've had as a kid, that was relatively interesting in hindsight. My pant. I was riding my bike and my pant leg got stuck in the chain.
Ooh.
I was so busy trying to get it out that I wasn't paying attention, and I just crashed right into a car in someone's parking lot.
So, fun fact about this room: if you're adult Link, you could just jump up right to where the stone is and just push it from there.
You make it sound like Link, or like adult Link, is like 3 feet. Like 3 times young Link's height.
He's tall enough to reach platforms that you wouldn't be able to reach as young Link.
Yeah, that's expected, but you make it sound like he could sit. You said that he could just flat out jump up to that one thing that young Link has to jump up just to grab. In order for adult Link to be able to just jump up there, he'd have to be like 9 feet tall.
Yes, I must get all the bats.
Either that, or Link is
I'm in case.
like either that, or young Link is like 2 feet tall.
Whoa! This room is actually really hard in Master Quest. There's like some weird things you have to do. We're turning off the map. That's the only way I know where we are.
Yeah. The other 2 injuries I had as a kid were kind of cringeworthy. Now, what reminded me was, back in 1st grade, this one kid poked me in the eye with a pencil.
Back in like 2nd or 1st grade, I decided to find out, what happens if I put a pencil down my ear hole? And I found out. It fucking hurts.
What made you think that was a good idea? Like, did you just jam it in there?
No, I didn't jam it in there. I slowly put it in there. I was a kid with ADHD. I did some weird shit.
Yeah, and the absolute last one that I think hurt the most. I was getting in a car with my favorite sisters, and my sister shut the car door on my head. Because that hurt, seriously. It was like,
Yikes.
I don't even do this part the right way, which I accidentally.
What are you trying to do?
But I'm trying to just go up there.
So, I have a question. Are you doing all the dungeons in one video? Like, you enter the Forest Temple and you leave the Forest Temple in the same video? Or is it just 8 child dungeons?
I'm gonna try to keep it all in one video.
That fairy wasn't anywhere near your tennis racket.
Be sure to remember the one key. You know what key I'm talking about.
Oh, in the water temple?
The one that's right underneath that water thing. That's the one that I missed.
I'll make sure to remember.
I never have problems with the water temple because I got tired of missing that key so much that that's the first thing I do in the dungeon. It's look for that one key. And then I just do the dungeon and it's pretty easy. Don't know what I missed. I want to know, how does a fucking nut kill a bat that is literally on fire? I think the bat is resilient if it's on fire and flapping around like nothing's wrong.
Well, I would say that it just popcorns in front of its face and blows up its brain. Deku Nut popcorn. That sounds kind of good, actually.
Yeah.
Or would that just blow up in the microwave?
The microwave, you just get a flash from the microwave. This is the thing that I love about this dungeon, and actually another dungeon in this game.
How you fall, what would have otherwise been damage, you just land, no crouching at the knees, anything, you just...
No. That's not it. I love the fire boss music.
Now,
it's a special track only for fire boss, and it's so good.
Yeah, imagine if this thing was in Hyrule Warriors.
That'd be terrifying.
Because, I mean, like, you would see this, instead of this realistic-looking giant monster, you see this pixelated polygon.
Fun fact, this is about the same size. This thing actually comes up to Adult Link's knees.
It does?
Because Adult Link is apparently 80 feet tall. No, it doesn't! I'm fucking with you after you made that comment.
No, just give Link the Giant's mask.
But I think it actually, like, the head of that Dodongo and the head of Link do meet at the same height, at the very least.
Why does this thing just roll around randomly?
Because you blew up its fucking brains enough that it lost motor control. I love in the Abridged series, it's like, did you feed my pet Dodongo? Oh, the pain.
Have you guys ever in a Zelda game missed a heart container after being the boss, like forgot to pick it up?
Yes.
Yes.
And it was intentionally when I did it.
No, it was...
No, I mean...
For me, it was in Majora's Mask.
It was in Wind Waker for me, I think.
I think I did it once in Twilight Princess.
It was my 3-heart run.
So what happens if Adult Link gets knocked over like that?
Well, I said that his feet go through the floor, and all that happens is that Adult Link goes down, like young Link would. Because at the angle it's showing, it's supposed to show Adult Link, or it's supposed to show Kid Link instead of showing Adult Link.
Don't be like Brian Griffin. He might give you AIDS or herpes or whatever it was.
So this part right here is so funny as Adult Link, because you just see this red thing above him shine, and then right afterwards, there's nothing there for Adult Link. And they're both just holding their arms up to the sky. Praise the sun god!
Helix!
Praise Din and Furore! Oh, and Nehru too.
No, no!
You got the pentative power.
So
you got the pendant of power. I mean, actually, wait, no. The pendant of power was actually blue in Link to the Past.
All right, yeah.
So you can actually finish. You can actually like not finish this as a kid,
How?
and that's what Nolik said.
Oh yeah, when he's an adult, he runs away with the kid's voice.
I mean, how do you skip this?
Yeah, Nolik.
I love in the Abridged series,
No
before
likes.
we end off, what?
How? Are you gonna answer our question? How do you skip this dungeon as a kid?
Okay, before we end off, you have to do the Door of Time skip.
Okay.
And then you just come back here as Adult Link. And then you complete the dungeon. Because what happens is when you kill the boss, and you go inside that blue thing, it's setting a flag that says, "Oh, you're Kid Link, and you're supposed to be at this cutscene, but you're Adult Link." So it's trying its best to keep you as Adult Link because it knows you're 7 years in the future, and it always set that flag. But it's also at the same time trying to do the Young Link one.
Oh, okay.